I know the word holistic is being tossed around a lot, and with good reason. The pandemic has shifted things, and a holistic approach is definitely needed. We need support that looks at the whole person, not just our mental health needs. The support should always consider our physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well being. By extension, did you know that holistic interior design was a thing? Yes, girl, this type of design is exploding in popularity in the industry. And if you want to learn more about this unique type of design, I'm going to break it down exactly for you and how you can benefit and easily buy it. So I never had a description or word for the way I approached my living spaces. But when my mom passed in 2010, my view changed, and everything I did involved incorporating things that worked in harmony with my needs at the time. And my description, I think what I call it, was holistic space design. This is a far cry from decorating with popular products and trying to keep up with the Joneses. So what is holistic space or holistic interior design? Well, holistic interior design is a principle that takes into account the overall balance and harmony of a space. And it focuses on creating a living environment that is mindful of the connection between the physical, emotional, and spiritual elements of a person. So this includes things like natural materials, lighting, textures that create a sense of calm and well-being, as well as incorporating plants and other living elements to bring into the room. Additionally, holistic interior design encourages the use of furniture, decor, that promote relaxation and comfort. Ultimately, the goal is to create a space that feels welcoming and nurturing, and allowing you, the inhabitant, to feel centered and grounded and very connected to the environment. So to be honest, it is about a whole lot more than just adding a vase of flowers here and there. It's about bringing out the love and joy that nature can bring to a space by utilizing colors, patterns, shapes, sound, scents, all of which help to create balance, peace, and harmony in your home or in your space. So what are the 5 principles of holistic interior design? Number 1, design for the senses. Designing interiors for the senses is a great way to create an inviting and comfortable atmosphere into your home or office. And you'll start by considering the senses you wish to stimulate. So sight can be enhanced with like vibrant colors, interesting textures, pieces of art. Smells can be brought in with scented candles, diffusers, or aromatherapy oils. Hearing can be improved with soft and soothing music playing in the background. Even taste can be stimulated with fresh flowers or even a minibar. And finally, touch can be enhanced with soft fabrics, cozy blankets and throws, and even a fireplace to add warmth. It's about combining the right elements that would work or appeal to your senses. The second element of holistic interior design is comfort. And when you're designing a space for comfort, there are many different factors to consider. Start with determining the purpose of the space. What kind of activities will take place in the space? Are you creating a living room where people can relax and watch TV, or an office where people can work? Comfort also depends on the materials used. So there's soft, natural materials such as wood and stone that can help create a cozy atmosphere. Furniture should also be chosen carefully, as it should provide adequate support and be the right size for the space. Adding some plants and other decorative elements can also create a more calming atmosphere. And finally, be sure to add lighting that is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. And so by following these steps, you can design a space that is both comfortable and inviting. Materials that align with your values. When designing with materials, it is important to consider the values that are important for you. For example, you might want to prioritize using materials that are sustainable or earth-friendly, or materials that are locally sourced, or even materials that are ethically sourced. By taking into account these values that are important to you, you can ensure that the materials you are using are in alignment with your beliefs and your principles. Additionally, you can research different materials to find ones that match your values, or even look into companies that specialize in providing those materials that meet your standards, because doing this will help you create a design that will be both meaningful and beautiful, and you will love it. Let's talk about biophilic design. I remember in January I shared a video on wellness trends for 2023, and biophilic design was at the top of the list. Yes, because biophilic design is an approach to architecture and urban planning that seeks to connect people with nature. You all know we need nature to survive. We need it to thrive. And biophilic design incorporates natural elements such as natural light, vegetation, materials into the design of buildings and urban spaces. This type of design has been found to have a very positive impact on the physical, mental, and emotional well-being, all of ours. This type of design has been found to have a positive effect or positive impacts on our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It is also a very great way to increase energy efficiency in buildings and reduce the urban heat island effect and promote biodiversity. And mindful living is number 5. And it's about putting things in its place so you are not stressed out about finding it later on, right? How do you approach holistic interior design? Let's get into it. Holistic interior design is a great way to create a home that is boosted. So to approach holistic interior design, I would say start by researching sustainable materials that you can use in your home. Choose items made from natural resources like plastic or glass. Then think about how to incorporate elements of nature into your home. Consider bringing in plants, natural light, and other elements of nature to create a calming atmosphere. And finally, pay attention to the impact of your design choices on the environment or the space that you're trying to create. Look for items that use minimal energy and water, and strive to reduce your overall carbon footprint. With these considerations in mind, you can create a very beautiful and sustainable home. So what are some practical ideas for buying into holistic interior design? Because we are trying to incorporate all aspects of your living space, from furniture to decor to the colors, shapes, textures, to create this space that is aesthetically pleasing and spiritually meaningful to you, here are some practical ideas to help you apply holistic interior design into your next project. 1. Incorporate natural materials. Wood, stone, wool can help you bring a sense of balance and harmony to a room. Consider adding furniture, rugs, other decor items made from natural materials to your project. Use color strategically. Some of us like large pops of color and some of us like toned down color. Figure out which kind of person you are, because color has an effect on our emotions and our mood. Consider using colors that evoke calmness and serenity if that's what you're going for, such as like blues and greens, or to create that relaxing atmosphere. 3. Incorporate shapes and patterns. The shapes and patterns used in a room can also have a big impact on its aesthetic. Consider using organic shapes and patterns to create a more holistic atmosphere. 4. Incorporate plants and greenery. We talked about this before, biophilic design, because bringing that greenery into your space is going to create a sense of life and energy to the room. And it's also very good for your breathing. It clears the air. Consider adding some houseplants and other greenery to your project. And number 5, incorporate meaningful objects. Meaningful objects that have sentimental value. Maybe it's an old clock from your grandmother's time, or anything else that has personal meaning can help create a deeper connection to the room. By applying these practical ideas for holistic interior design into your project, you can create a space that is both visually and emotionally pleasing. So it'll be good for you, but it'll also be great for anyone else who comes into that space. And there we have it, holistic interior design. I am Melanie, and I am a wellness lifestyle creator. And I hope you find something interesting here. Follow me for more.